core accounting functions, obviously we've been accounts payable, AP invoices, so GP has Excel copy and paste for like AP transactions, right? So if I select the vendor, I have an Excel file that has data here. I copy that. This was added a few versions ago, right? Paste, right? We get the same thing for journal entries, right? So you have that capability in some screens in GP, right? In Acumatica, you have this through most screens. So I go to bills and adjustments. I'll create a new one. And I go ahead and select the vendor. Similarly, there's my pop-up now. But here you see you have upload from Excel. So it's not a single line. The way that Acumatica's distributions work. And so you have this throughout the application as well on many screens where you got lots of line details, right? I can just upload and it's basically taking and just doing a field mapping, and my fields are all named the same, but if they weren't, I would just select where to put that field or whether or not I want it to be imported. I click OK. It's going to upload that Excel file, whatever I have in information here. So unlike GP, where you have your document level and then you got all your distributions on a separate tab, all your details are your distributions at the same time. So you can have as much or as little detail as you want. You can see this, in this case, I'm using an item that's predefined, which has a predefined GL account. And this one here, I'm just putting a description and an amount, right? And I can easily upload and put in that. The only thing I need is my invoice number. So this is one by one. You can do this throughout the system, all over the place. So a little different in the copy and paste functionality, but again, we're getting more functionality about being able to Excel upload these lines. If I needed to make some changes to it, I could upload it again, same file. If I updated that file, and when I go to upload, it's going to ask me, do I want to insert? Do I want to update the existing one? Do I want to bypass, or do I want to insert them all again? Right. So you can add multiple files, or you can make changes in Excel, upload it, and it's going to update all these records from Excel by uploading that way. So big difference between GP and Acumatica is Acumatica doesn't use the full string, right? For people that have GP with department or some other segments, right? For every permutation, if you're doing product line, right? If I add a new product line, I need to go to every and create a new GL account for every one of those new product lines. So sales, cost of goods, anything that I want to carry that product line, it would need to be part of that. Now, also, some clients, every time they go to add a, they got to add 100 GL accounts because they've brought on, a new division or something, right? So in the way the Acumatica works, it uses sub accounts, and the sub account structure separates the main natural account from the sub accounts. So therefore, I have basically the ability, and it could be a lookup here if I had that turned on. So this could be, my department, could be a product line. Basically, you can have as many. There's a large number of sub accounts that you can add to that, which basically separates the two. So by just adding that sub account, we don't have to go and create all new GL accounts every time. So big differentiator when it comes to Acumatica versus GP, right? GP's got payables transactions, and it's got AP three-way matching, right? Separate screen, separate process altogether, right? So if I go to enter match invoices, it's a completely different process, completely different screen, where now I have line details or payables transaction entry. I just have the general header information, and I've got a limited amount of details on my distribution. In Acumatica's case, it's the same screen. So making it very easy. If I go back into my Acumatica here, right, I've got this AP bill. Well, maybe I also have a PO receipt that I need to add to it, right? So if I had anything out there, I can go ahead and pull those up. Again, I don't have any pending for this vendor, but if I did, I'd be able to add those. It's the same screen. You're just doing it through. So all of it is used with bills and adjustments. So if I put POs and receive them in, I can do matching there. versus having to go to two separate screens and manage that process separately. Unfortunately, with GP, a lot of people didn't realize there was a receipt out there, and they enter an AP bill, or and therefore now we've got that receipt still sitting out there as a liability, and have to do something to get rid of it, right? So just different process. Acumatica has something called pre-release on their payables invoice. It allows you to basically, I have to pay this today, right? But I can pre-release it, so that way it's still going to require a review. I can pay the bill, but I can reclass it after. Again, some unique differences. Again, with attached files, they go from hold, balanced, and released. Acumatica's got workflow capabilities. So when we talk about different types of transactions, we're able to see the different workflow states that they would work through. So if I went to like a sales order, which it typically has, and again, here's all my different side panels. Okay. Turn that on. All right. Anyways, there's a whole workflow engine in Acumatica. I don't want to refer to it right now. I'm not sure where it is. Again, I'm not going to process a check run, but again, much faster, much easier. Again, you have all those details from the AP bill right into the GL. So again, easier, full visibility, reporting, all that details passed. So when you're looking at general ledger transactions in Acumatica, you can see the vendor, you can see the even the item that it came from that was used on that line, right? So you're not getting summary level information at any capacity in a GL. You're getting full details to be able to report against it